Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. We're seeing some very strong patterns in the markets. We saw the Fed comments, which were pretty mundane, not unexpected, but everybody sat around and said, well, we don't know what the reaction to the Fed comments are. We could see once they made the comments that they started coming in with very strong bullish sentiment. Not so much the bullish sentiment, but what did it imply about our uptrend? Turned the Dow around and took it back up above the T-line. And today, as you can see, there was consolidation, but they consolidated right back to the T-line and bounced it back up. Another high probability indication that as long as we're above the T-line, we're in an uptrend. Same scenario here on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was showing a lot of weakness, but then when it took off back up above the T-line yesterday, consolidation today, this made our analysis very simple. Well, that line should be right about here. If they open this positive, it's doing a Doji sandwich, and we know what the expected results of a Doji sandwich are. Usually, candle 1 is going to be the same magnitude as candle 3, implying this pattern is now breaking out to the upside, staying well above the T-line. So that makes the analysis very simple for tomorrow. If it opens positive, probably going to be a good, strong up move. If it opens lower after a doji, the doji rule says the prices will usually move in the direction of how they open after a doji. They start taking it down, what's it tell us? We're still stuck in this sideways mode. Right now, there are a lot of good pattern setups. The J-hook pattern, for example, is a pattern that we can take advantage of because we know wave 3 is going to be the same magnitude as wave 1. We're going to be doing a training session on our chat room tonight, free for everybody, going through the different J-hook pattern setups, knowing which ones. The J-hook pattern in itself is strong, but there's other elements like starting right smack dab off a support level like the 200-day moving average, producing not much more evidence that that was where everybody was starting to buy. And we know that this wave is a high probability wave to head up probably into the $10 to $11 range based upon wave 1. So when we see that pattern set up, especially when everybody is watching to see what it does at a major support level, we had a little bullish flutter kicker signal, a very strong bullish signal. If this opens positive tomorrow, telling us our wave 3 is in progress, we can pretty much calculate where our next price move will likely to be, up here at the 200-day moving average, which is the next target everybody's watching. So even the big movers like Moderna shows us when it was time to take profits away from the T-line, but then look at the T-line telling us they weren't moving away from it, and today they had a strong bullish move. If this starts trading positive, what's the assumption? This wave is going to be the same magnitude as this wave right here. This is not rocket science. I keep reiterating that. This is just merely identifying what price moves normally do based upon human nature. Once you learn how to use those patterns correctly, you can take advantage of being in aggressively well before everybody else starts getting in. And if you can recognize patterns, the classic pattern, which is just a combination of the fry pan bottom. And what is our expectation of a fry pan bottom? A strong price move. What's the prerequisite for a J-hook pattern? A strong price move. If this opens positive after the morning star signal, the consolidation right back to the T-line, and then a positive open creating a doji sandwich, which implies more upside, that's a strong confirmation that this classic pattern, fry pan followed by a J-hook, is in progress. So if we can see individual commodities like gold up today, creating a J-hook pattern. That in itself is good if you're trading commodities, or if you're trading that sector related to gold, you can go and find the patterns that are setting up nicely, such as an AU, there's a J-hook pattern just breaking out. If gold opens positive again tomorrow, a high probability wave 3 is going to be taking form. So anytime you see candlestick signals and patterns, like a fry pan bottom, and then your little J-hook pattern, implies that there's still more upside, which then implies that this fry pan bottom is working. And again, what do we expect coming out of a fry pan bottom? Strong price move. This just enhances that probability. So anytime you see the J-hook pattern setting up, it allows you, if you're an option trader, to put on trades at the optimal time. So you're not waiting around for a trade to perform. You're doing it just as that pattern is performing. So everything we view on candlestick analysis is, what is the pattern? There's a double bottom. And how's the double bottom setting up? There's a series of dojis. Remember, if a doji represents indecision, a series of dojis represent greater indecision. And that candle right there told us exactly what the decision was after that indecisive doji trading stage. Then it was followed by a doji sandwich, which implies more upside, which this produces a very strong indication this is where the bulls are taking control. At least we can calculate where our next target might be. Knowing what to do and what not to do after candlestick signals and patterns allows you to be in high probability trades and keeping you out of trades that aren't confirming just yet. A best friend signal on XPEV, the electric vehicle stocks all got strong boosts yesterday. Was it time to buy today? No. But we know when it is time to buy. If they circle this around and come up through this level, that means they're still confirming. So this becomes your ultimate entry point on a trade like this. So candlestick analysis is not only recognizing when the reversals are occurring, you also recognize when it's the optimal time to enter a trade. That'll be it. Join us tonight. We're going to be doing a full training session on our Thursday night session, which is open to everybody at the Candlestick Forum, and then click on Stock Chat, and that will get you into the room. And we're going to go through the different forms of J-hook patterns and which ones produce the high probability. They all produce good probabilities. There's things that you can look for that improve the probabilities of being in a correct trade. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.